Hello everyone, I'm Joseph Giunta, the music director and conductor of the Des Moines Symphony and Academy. Welcome to today's Listening Room, a part of the DMSO at Home series of videos produced by our musicians from their homes to yours. Today, I'd like to talk about music inspired by summertime. When poet and novelist Dubois Hayward wrote the lyrics to George Gershwin's Summertime from Porgy and Bess, he could not have imagined how famous the tune would become. From that very first performance by American soprano Abby Mitchell in 1935, the tune has attracted some of the greatest singers of all time to perform it. Billie Holiday, Mahalia Jackson, Ella Fitzgerald, Janis Joplin are just a few that included this fantastic aria in their repertoire, and it does indeed get the point across. When researching music inspired by summer, I discovered, much like music inspired by spring, that there is a wealth of great music that 90+ degrees seems to inspire composers to create. And much of it was written pre-air conditioning, which might explain why so many composers drew inspiration from the heat and sunshine. Some of my favorite summer pieces include the following. Mendelssohn's Overture to Midsummer Night's Dream is a masterpiece. He was only 17 years old when he wrote it. His sister, Fanny, loved the Shakespeare play, and they would often read it to each other and reenact it. It captures just the right mood for a warm summer day with children playing. William Grant Still was one of America's great black composers. His piece Summerland is calm and peaceful. It represents a still and motionless mood, reminiscent of a hot, humid summer afternoon. American composer Samuel Barber's Knoxville Summer of 1915 is a work that he wrote in 1947 for soprano and orchestra. He chose an excerpt from James Agee's poem for the same title. It's a sentimental look back into Agee's hometown of Knoxville. Swedish composer Hugo Alfvén wrote his Swedish Rhapsody No. 1, subtitled Midsummer Vigil. The music depicts the most beautiful summer night in Sweden with fun and frolic in a neighborhood. Anton Weber wrote Im Sommerwind, In the Summer Wind, for a large orchestra when he was only 20 years old. The work captures the spirit of the heat and humidity on a summer day. Weber was inspired by a poem by Bruno Willi. And finally, Frank Bridges' 1916 tone poem, Summer, is a lush piece for orchestra with some gorgeous melodies and harmonies. He's able to assume some of the characteristics of his colleagues, like Arvo Bax and Frederick Delius. It has some alternating moods, much like the weather changes on a summer evening. That's it for today's Listening Room. Part 2 of Music Inspired by Summer will be the next chapter. Thanks for watching.